What's good, everyone, and welcome back to the Nostalgia Plus Ultra podcast. My name is Nostalgia. Joining me is As Told by Zoe. What's good, my guy?
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to anybody that's followed us in the past 2 or 3 days. I don't know. I know it's small, but just having like 4 or 5 followers kind of come in randomly throughout the week is really cool, really big.
Yeah.
When I check our like analytics and stuff, like I see not just in Florida people downloading our shit, but like people in Georgia and the Midwest, and you got people in the North like that are downloading our stuff. People in fucking Europe that you know what I'm saying, like people just like all across the country are like downloading this stuff, and I think it's really cool. So
that's sick.
If you're listening to us right now and you're like a new follower, go follow our Instagram. We're not as active on. I know like I post here and there when like we got new episodes up or new clips, but I'm way more active on Twitter, and I really appreciate if you guys give me a follow there. It's at Nost, N-O-S-T plus Ultra. I couldn't fit Nostalgia plus Ultra all in the at name, but my name on Twitter is Nostalgia plus Ultra. Look for the Black UG Avi. And so that's basically your best bet. I love to talk with people on there too and have like good interaction. So please follow, and also follow Zoe at Andre Alonso 17. I think what's your name on Twitter now? Zony PlayStation 5.
Yep.
Probably your best one if we're keeping it a bean.
Yeah.
All right, today. So the new season of anime is starting up. I know by the time this goes out, AOT, Attack on Titan, their first episode drops like in an hour.
Hi.
So we're trying to record this before the episode drops officially. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to fucking like watch it right when it drops, because I know Funimation and Crunchyroll are gonna fucking crash like they did last time.
I'm watching it tonight at a friend's house.
Yeah, I heard the new OP for it.
Really?
Dude.
Hype?
It's super hype. Like it got like some metal aspects, some metal rock aspects to it.
Sure.
Niggas are screaming on there, bro.
Really?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, bro. I'm excited, man. So like, I mean, so we can go right into that too, like with AOT, with the new part of the final season dropping. I kind of want to say I purposely didn't read the manga for it. I know I said this a couple episodes back, but
sure,
I purposely didn't read the manga for it because I just wanted to organically experience the ending.
Yeah.
Because man, I just see so many tweets about people like getting like oh my god, like you guys are so hyped for this anime episode to come out. Just wait till you see the ending. I hope they change the ending. I hope it's an anime only ending. I was like, damn. The thing is like, but I don't know. Like I might have to, if they do an anime only ending, I might have to go back and read it.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I probably will end up reading it, like just going back and reading it anyway, because
sure,
that's just how I am. But I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm just super excited for it. So I know like that was one of the big anime for you that you really like sped run, really like you binged all the way through it to get to this point now. So like,
I watched it all last year.
Yeah. All right, like how excited are you? Okay, well I'll ask like what are you most looking forward to in terms of just the new, like the final part?
Bro, what happens literally right after the last episode? Fucking they all meet together, and then like the fucking army comes in the air, and then it ends. Like what the fuck is gonna happen right now?
I hope that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna pick up like right when that happened. I hope they
Yeah.
don't just like skip and forward or do some other shit. I
Like
hope
like
they
a
just pick it up
flashback.
right. Yeah, I hope they pick it up like right there. But one thing I'm looking forward to is just like how the characters get their final development. You know what I'm saying?
I have no
It's,
idea where Aaron is gonna end up. I don't.
I'm not even
Like
talking. Yeah, I'm not even talking about Aaron though. I'm talking about like Armin and
everybody.
Mikasa.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Armin and Mikasa, specifically Mikasa.
You know what fucking sucks?
What?
I kind of got something spoiled for me
Really?
on TikTok. I'm not gonna say it here,
Yeah.
but all I'm gonna like, I guess it's not too big of a spoiler because I don't know when it happens, where it happens, what's going on. I just know that something happens.
So vague way.
So
Telling a spoiler.
I think whenever the action happens, I think I'm going to still be surprised, but still, something is spoiled for me.
All right. Well, I mean, like I was saying, I'm super excited to see how Mikasa kind of fleshes her character out, gets her character like arc finished.
Yeah.
Because so I don't know if you saw on Twitter yesterday, I was kind of talking with this one person. Cam.
I did see that. I did see that.
So if you're listening, shout out to you for real. But she was basically talking about how she said Mikasa is the best like written female character in anime. And while I may not hold the same sentiment as her when it comes to Mikasa,
Sure.
Mikasa is one of my favorite characters. And here's and she was kind of going off about how like loyal she is, how strong she is as a person, and like all these things and stuff like that. And I wholeheartedly agree with everything she had to say. My biggest issue though that I hated, I thought was so stupid, was why in the hell did they make her loyalty a plot point? Like why would the writers of the show go, hey, actually Mikasa's genetically wired to be a ride or die for Eren? Why would they do that?
I did find that a little odd. I do agree that she's for sure more well written than like someone like Sakura or Ochako and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I did find that a little weird that it's like in her blood kind of. It's not because she herself is like raised that
Loyal.
way or yeah, it's because like I guess they're trying to like allude to the point of like cuz she's an Ackerman, so like she has Ackerman blood. But like it's still it is a little odd that it's like something happened and then you saw it in her eyes. She was like she had to stay loyal. Like it's like almost she's a robot or something. It was odd.
Yeah, I don't like that. I just wish they would have just made her like loyal to her friends or loyal to Eren just as a part of her personality trait. Yeah. That was my whole thing. Like it's fine. Like when in that scene where I guess something was like she said, I think Eren said it to her and about like the plot point about that, about her being genetically wanted to be, and then like somebody attacked Eren and she jumped in out of nowhere, and I was like, Mikasa, come on.
But
come on.
I was just about to say, are we going to get into spoilers here, I guess, for like the last season that just happened?
I mean, I feel like it's been out long enough.
Exactly. Okay, so that scene specifically, I was thinking about it. It's Armin tries to punch Eren and then Eren punches him. And then Mikasa gets in the middle of it to like protect Eren. I do find it interesting that she knows, like in her head, she's like, whoa, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Like I should. So it's not that she's like blindly like, okay, I'm with Eren now. No, like she does have an internal fight, an internal monologue, like holy like what the fuck? Like, so I think that is interesting. It's just a little weird. It should have been more like, damn, it's like it should have been a little more natural, I think. But still, it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Yeah, because then it gets into territory where it's like, oh, this woman character is basically developed, but through the actions of another man, and I think that's fucking trash. I think it's actually garbage. I think it's stupid. Like with you said, you mentioned Ochako, right?
Oh my god.
Her character her character development. I'll put that in air quotes for people that are listening on audio. Her character development is basically her watching Deku. Like her character development and how much she improves as a character, even though there's not much improvement because she's written fucking terribly, is basically through like watching Deku struggle, go through his ups and downs and stuff. It's like, no, like you need to have your own, I guess, input.
The only time Ochako ever did something for herself is when she lost against Bakugo.
Right, and that was a great episode.
Yes, it was. And
it was a great fucking episode.
She thought herself, she's like, okay, you know what? I need to train with Gunhead. I need to do martial arts and shit like that. Every other time, she's like, Deku is so inspiring. Like, it's all the time.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, again, we eventually will have an episode about women characters in anime. I genuinely want to talk about that because it's something that like definitely interests me.
Yeah, I was about to say in a place, I can't think of a word, where like just women character aren't really written that well.
Yeah,
Mikasa is a change of pace, even though she's not perfect. She is, I do think to an extent she is written well. There are some weird stuff here and there, I guess. You know, not everything's perfect, but for the most part, she's not a bad written character. She's a good character, I think. And I think the person you were talking to said she gets a lot of unwarranted hate, which I do agree.
She does.
I do agree.
She does. I don't get that. And the reason why I would perceive, I don't know, people just, and also like the people that were arguing with her just didn't give any points. They were just like, nah, you're wrong. And I was like, at least give some kind of an argument, please.
That's most of anime/video game Twitter.
And it's just like really annoying too, because it's like obviously, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's a whole thing that I just really don't want to get into on this podcast. But like I don't know. The other woman character I think would be ahead of her would probably be Nobara, as far as shonen goes. Nobara.
Yeah,
just because
it's only been one season so far.
True. But her also development as a character, especially when you kind of look more, especially if you're reading more into the manga, and I don't want to get into manga spoilers, but as you get further into it and you kind of see her as a character, especially that last arc where it's not like she's looking at Yuji or looking at Megumi going, oh my god, they're getting better, I have to strive to be better. No, It's like, okay, I'm the fucking shit, and I'm good at what I do.
Yeah,
and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be me, and I think that's so refreshing to see. Like, she's just well written without the help of another male in the show.
Yeah, and
I think that's just the best part.
I like that. Even though she's like a pretty girl, like she likes to go shopping and she likes clothes and shit, she's not overly sexualized. I don't think she's not sexualized, period. From what I've seen, she's just a badass.
Yeah. Same thing with Maki. Maki's the same way.
Yeah. Same thing. I guess the only sexualized character would be Maki's sister, but even then, it's not even over the top.
Not even. I think I don't even think May is sexualized at all. The only person that is somewhat remotely, like, I guess, sexualized as a woman in that show is May. And she doesn't even have any kind of any moments.
Yeah.
When the Shibuya art comes out, like, you'll see it a little bit, but for the most part, like, no woman characters are sexualized. I think it's, pretty refreshing. And then the women characters in Jujutsu Kaisen are just written pretty well. So, I'm also excited to see what Armin does, because, like, for as much as I love Armin, and I don't know if people are going to agree with this, he took a huge backseat in the previous part.
He definitely.
He took a huge backseat.
He came out of the woodwork to destroy the city, and then the rest of the story was about Aaron, and then Gabby and Falco. It was like about
Yeah.
yeah, and then Mikasa because of her whole thing. Armin really was
Yeah.
kind of in like the back row for that
Yeah.
last season.
He he came back to get legitimate screen time and wanted to get two-pieced by Aaron, and I think that was kind of unfair to him.
He got fucked up.
He got like, I don't know, he got the break speed off of him. I just just to come back on screen just to get the break speed off. He's crazy.
He got a country fried steak with a side of peas.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The absolute wombo combo. Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does because I just need a good conclusion for him because he was one of my favorite characters because he kind of embodies the audience watching in that situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Because especially early on too, because like Armin was like me as fuck. Because I'm just like people are dying all around you screaming. I'm scared as shit. I'm not about to be pissed off and like jumping into battle with a 70,000 foot flesh monster. I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That's not even remotely close. But I mean, I'm excited to see what he does because he's one of my more favorite characters. Also, Levi.
I was just about to say Levi. I don't know what the fuck's happening with that guy.
Oh yeah, I just hope you know what? What's funny is, I know I said that I didn't read the manga on purpose because I want to have a good reaction to the ending instead of just watching it and being underwhelmed or sad again.
Sure.
But Levi's like ending in the manga got spoiled for me like a few months back. And so yeah, but I mean, I don't know like the huge the gist of it anymore. I just kind of remember like one panel. So I hope that's not the real. I hope that's not the real ending. I hope it's just like something that happens. But yeah, it probably is Levi's ending. And if it is what I think it is, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy. But yeah. So by the time we get done recording, I'm about to go turn on that Crunchyroll. I hope it doesn't crash. I just hope it doesn't crash. That's my because they did it last season it crashed. The year before that it crashed.
As long as you get to see it tonight, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I might have to if it crashes, I'm just gonna avoid Twitter and just not like pay attention to any of that stuff. But yeah. So I kind of want to get into the new season, like the two shows that I started watching for the new season, including obviously a show that was going on last season but started up again with this one. So the first one I kind of want to get into is Orient. And I said, if you kind of went back to like the last episode, I talked about how I liked Orient because I read the manga a little bit of it, and I think it's a solid story. They don't do anything too different with how shonen is written.
Sure.
But the characters are interesting. The kind of the world is somewhat interesting. The art style for the manga is phenomenal. It's just like really well detailed. And I compared it to Shaman King in the fact that like you might not need this crazy animation to have it be a good anime.
Sure.
And with Shaman King, so all that to say that Orient was a letdown. 100%.
I see the score on anime lists and it's at a 6.3.
It's a huge letdown. It's not that the animation not up to par. I'm just gonna say that right now. The animation is not good, but that's not the biggest issue. It's the production of it and how, like, there's a difference. Like if like Jujutsu Kaisen can have great animation, but if it's produced horribly with like the direction, like how they do their cuts, how they do their shots, you know what I'm saying? The shot composition, all that stuff.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can have great information, but if the shot composition, if the production value is trashed, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Part of what makes Jujutsu Kaisen's fights great is like the way they set up the fights, like with the rotating camera and like how the shots are really quick and fast to the point. The production value for Orient is terrible.
Damn.
Like it's a lot of it's not there. It's not right at this one, but it's close. It's bordering on Record of Ragnarok levels of production. And Record of Ragnarok, I don't know if anybody ever watched that. Like that was basically a PowerPoint presentation for like half of their fights.
Yeah, I've heard. It
was just weird
a lot.
It was just a PowerPoint presentation. It's not PowerPoint presentation, but it's pretty damn close.
Damn.
It just, I just don't get it because it takes like the same. So it's the creator of Maggie. I don't know if you've watched that either, but the animation of that and like the visuals and production value of that is phenomenal. Even the manga for that is great. So you think with the pedigree of that writer, they'd produce something just as good, like for his like sequel part, and it just doesn't hit.
This studio did Initial D, Fourth Stage.
Yeah.
Monochrome Factor, freezing specials. I'm looking at the stuff that they've done.
They have a pretty decent pedigree. It's just, I don't know. It's just, oh man. And I was genuinely excited for this anime.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it like last week. I was genuinely
excited. No? Yeah, I was genuinely excited for it because I was like, oh well, the concept of it's pretty cool. There are certain things that story wise don't make sense to me. Like how the heck are they in like this weird mining town version of Japan, but one of the main characters has a fucking motorcycle? I don't get that. Like I was like, it really doesn't make any sense. But man, I was super pissed because I was just like, why would they do this?
And you made it sound interesting too.
It is interesting in theory.
Yeah.
So like so I'll give you like an example of like the bad production. So basically there's a point where both the main characters are like fighting these monsters that are coming out of the woodwork, right? So the monsters don't really provide any like good shots of them like attacking. Like it's just really like them. It's like a still shot of them like getting mad.
Oh jeez.
And then they'll cut to like one of the characters like slicing, like cutting through them, but it's like it just goes attack, and then the next shot is them like slicing through it instead of them like fighting it a little bit and like pulling off a cool move.
Okay.
There's one good shot in it that I think is super cool, and it's so like one of the main characters has like a pickaxe, right? It's like a double-sided pickaxe. So like he treats it like a katana. So what he does is he plants it into the ground and acts like it's a sheath, and then like does the I don't even know, there's an onigiri or something like that where they like, they quickly unsheath and attack and then put the shit back in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? So he like unsheaths it and it cuts this one monster in half, and that's like it was a cool shot. Sure. But that was the only cool shot of them fighting these monsters for the rest of the episode.
I'm looking up a clip from YouTube.
It's like, it's weird. Like they don't, I don't know, like the shot, the cuts are like in slow motion and like there's just random blood for some reason. It's just, oh man, I'm gonna try. Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. This looks weird.
Right?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
It doesn't make, it's a total letdown. So I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it another try to see if it gets any better. But I don't really have, my expectations went from decently high to on the floor.
Oh my god, this video on YouTube, the creator of Magi is back, but, and then it says Orient episode 1 dead on arrival.
Oh no. DOA?
Yeah, damn.
They got the DOA? That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. My 3 episode rule may not come into play with this anime.
Uh-oh.
Is that, I don't know. Is that like I don't know. I kind of want to pose a question to, I guess, the people listening or watching.
Sure.
Do you give an anime 3 episode before you drop it, or do you just drop it after episode 1? Because like,
I think it's unfair if you drop it after one episode.
you think so?
Yeah, like every anime I've watched, it's at least 3 episodes. I try to go 5.
Should I go 5?
Yeah,
You're a
like
bold man.
Promise Neverland season 2, I got up to episode 5.
Wow, the fact that you went 5 episodes with that—that's crazy.
Combans Will Be Dispatched was only 3. I couldn't get past 3.
Yeah, you just hate that show.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I definitely usually give it 3, but this one might get, just depending on if that second episode gets better, I'll give it the 3 episode rule. But if the second episode just doesn't hit, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's over. It might be a donezo for me.
Speaking
so the second one
of anime in
Wait, go
this
ahead.
season, of anime in
Yeah.
this season, before I have really nothing to talk about. It's just interesting
Yeah.
because I'm scrolling down my anime list. Winter 2022, they're doing a Ninjala anime. Do you know what Ninjala is?
I've heard it. I
It's
don't think I.
It's a game, and I know a lot of streamers played it. I think it was a battle royale, but it wasn't like shooting. It was like ninjas, and everyone had like different weapons and shit. It looked kind of fun. Apparently, there's an anime
Okay.
now. That's
For some reason, I looked at I saw like the picture of it. I think somebody had tweeted about it, and I immediately thought like, is it from the same makers as Splatoon?
It looks just like Splatoon. It really
Okay, because I was,
But-
I was like,
but it's not Nintendo, so
oh, it's not. Okay,
No.
well,
it does look like Splatoon though.
yeah. I mean, I don't really expect Nintendo to make any anime related titles, so that makes sense. It looks very similar to Splatoon, though. That was this whole thing. But I was about to say. Oh yeah. So the second one I kind of want to talk about though is Tokyo 24th Ward. I think before we start recording, I know I had mentioned it to you. That show's. I hope they keep it. I hope they keep this level up for the rest of the season.
Oh, okay.
Because that first episode was great. First episode
I
was great.
might have to watch it.
It's so basically it has a lot of elements that are kind of coming together with the main characters and just the world in general that I hope they are able to like put together seamlessly and like have it all work together, because you have these three friends, and all three of them are in different stages of like are all in like different points of their life after like a tragedy happened the year prior, and now they have to work back together again to solve this mystery or whatever. But there's also a big thing about the use of technology in this, right? And how like technology, like the use of AI could be dangerous to regular people's lives and shit. Like that's a plot. That's like a world building plot point. Then there's the whole fact that they have like a whole like psychopath level of technology AI where like tracking and like facial recognition, and how like people, they're trying to like prevent crimes before they happen and shit, which is basically just the Sybil system from Psychopaths.
Yeah.
So I hope they use all of these things they're introducing and actually like blend them together well.
Oh, it's like
I don't want to.
Cloverworks.
Yeah, Cloverworks did it. Yeah.
Wow, they're good.
Yeah, they usually. I think I could be wrong, but I think Cloverworks is usually like the studio that makes a lot of anime original content. So, usually with their anime original content, they usually hit. So, I'm excited for this one. It's got some cool designs, cool characters, some nice shot composition. They do this weird thing where if a character is kind of like off screen a little bit, they don't cut to that character's face. They just like put their face as like they like put a mat like a mat over it.
Sure.
And like blur it a little bit and then put their face up and then have them speak.
Sure.
Instead of just like cutting to that person. Which I guess that's like the vibe of the show, and obviously it's episode 1, so like I'm not used to it yet. It's just something that they're introducing that's new. So I mean, we'll see how it works for the rest of the show though. But I think it's like an interesting call, and they got some cool Sakuga shots that I think are really cool, really dope. And I don't know. I think if they continue to hit, it's gonna be one of the better anime of that season, maybe of the year. I don't know. Yeah, and then I continue to watch Ranking the Kings. You need to catch up.
I gotta catch up.
Ranking the Kings.
I'm about. It's good so far. Where I'm at, it's fucking good. I like it.
It just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. Oh yeah. And it starts to get a little more. I think I texted you this last night. It's getting to the point now where it's in that Made in Abyss category where
you told me,
where it looks cute but is actually kind of gruesome. Like, I'm sitting at home and I'm just watching. I'm just like, what is going? Like, I'm genuinely shocked at some of the stuff they be doing, and I'm just like, damn.
Fucking. I knew from. What's it called? The second episode, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second episode where King Daiba sends his boy to kill the other guy.
Yes.
Once I saw that, I was like, okay, this show's on some shit.
Yeah, no, like I definitely wasn't expecting them to show like him getting killed like that. Mm-hmm. I think it was really super cool, but yeah, it just keeps on building, and like they're introducing like the main antagonist of the show.
Okay.
Like especially on the back end of that first core. And into the into the second one. So I'm excited to see how they play off of that. But yeah, any kind of I don't know if you're on like Mal or not, but any new shows that you think about you kind of want to like pick up and watch?
Yeah, let me get back because I was looking through Clover Studio. They actually do a lot. They did the Persona 5 stuff.
Yeah. We also need to do that.
We also need to do the video game stuff.
Like we need to go through and look at all the video game anime and figure out which one's the best. It's gonna be okay. Obviously, we're gonna figure out the best ones, but obviously, Arcane and Castlevania are gonna be 1A and 1B.
Sure.
But it's definitely gonna be a race for third place. But that is still coming down the pipeline because I just remembered I gotta watch the Mortal Kombat ones. They have like 2 movies out on HBO Max. So if you haven't seen those, please watch those. Those are super dope. But you got anything?
I'm looking down now. Obviously, Ranking of Kings. I was hyped for Blade Runner Black Lotus, but it's bad.
Did you watch it?
It says Crunchyroll Originals, but it's on Toonami. And
it's like Toonami and Crunchyroll collabed on the production.
It's just boring. The animation it leaves much to be desired. Even because, dude, Blade Runner 2049, like I fucking love that movie. Like that movie's so fucking good. It's my favorite movie by that director, Denis Villeneuve or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's just so I was hyped for this, and it's just, it's not that good.
I think I don't know if I had mentioned that to you or not. What's up?
Lupin the Third Part 6 is coming out, or came out.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah. I didn't know it come out yet. What the fuck? I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I need to. I
love Lupin. I think
he's definitely a cool character.
He's cool. The show's funny. I like Lupin. I'm looking through this. Love of Kill looks interesting.
Is that a manga?
It says
I can't
manga. The source is a manga.
Is it? Wait. Hold on. Don't.
Oh.
Is that the one that's? Oh, what is it? Okay, you're gonna have to help me. There is a.
I can read what it's about right now.
Oh, okay. Read it about. I think a movie, an American movie, is based off of Love of Kill.
Whoa.
So read off the
silent and stoic Chateau Dankworth is a bounty hunter. Her target, Sun Ryang Ha, a notorious killer known for killing 18 high-class officials in a single night. To this day, his murders remain swift, efficient, and bloody. However, Sun overpowers Chateau in their first encounter. He reveals his... Oh, what the fuck? He reveals his own intentions. He, too, is after her, aiming for her heart. Holy shit.
Okay, never mind. Because there's a... I thought there was a manga with the same with a name similar to that. Do you remember that Tom Cruise movie where like he keeps dying on the battlefield and comes back to life?
Yeah. Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow is based off of a manga, and I could have sworn it was called Love of Kill. I'm now gonna have to look that up because I'm actually mad.
We cannot gloss over the name of Chateau Dankworth.
Chateau Dankworth? That's a fire name, by the way.
That's fucking insane.
Oh, okay. I figured it out. It's not Love of Kill. It's All You Need Is Kill is what it is. All You Need Is Kill. Okay. They only had 17 chapters, which I think, or at least there's only 17 chapters on like this Shonen Jump app or whatever. But yeah, it's All You Need Is Kill. I was like, wait, is that what they're gonna do? But I would have got super excited.
And obviously, the last thing I'm hype about, the rest of Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
So far, it's been super entertaining.
Absolutely, I think it's. People are trying to. I don't know. There are people that I follow that are just trying to talk so much shit about Demon Slayer, and it's just like, bro, like, let people enjoy things.
It's
Demon
a
Slayer
fun show.
It's a fun watch. Why are you so mad that it's getting as popular?
Fucking.
Why are you that mad?
If you don't like Tengen, you're a hater. You're a hater.
Honestly, bro, I don't get that. People are like, oh, Demon Slayer's mid. Okay, please, if anybody hears this, for 2022, for both the music Twitter and anime Twitter, get rid of the word mid, please.
No one knows how to use it. No one knows how to use it.
No one knows how to use it.
It's called mid. Think about it. Context clues. Middle. Like, it's better than some stuff, not as good as other stuff.
Right. People use the word mid as if it sucks. And it's just like, no.
It's not what it means.
It's like how people got, like, fucked up the word simp.
Yeah. That got annoying.
Yeah, I didn't have the platform to rant about this, but I'm going to rant about it now. Simp, stop using the word simp, because you're using it wrong. 100%. They're using it wrong. Good Lord. Oh, my God.
Just because a guy is nice to a female doesn't mean he's a simp.
It's exactly. That's not even what the word originated, or like the meaning of it from the
beginning. It's not what it means.
Literally, it was used for a person that acts differently around a group of people or is acting super weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get around a bunch of... So if we're out, right, with our friends, and these other guys start coming up to us, or these women start coming up to us, and our friend starts acting super weird, like we don't even know who he is anymore, that's being a simp.
Yeah.
That's being a simp. Or just being weird for no reason due to certain circumstances. That's what being a simp is. People equated simp to like women. Obviously, you can be a simp when it comes to a woman, right? Like you can act out a character and do things that aren't really your MO.
Sure. That
are detrimental to you, and that can make you a simp or whatever. But like, just saying, "Oh, I'm nice to this woman, so I'm a simp," that's fucking lame. Because it's not used in the right way.
And anyone hearing this, if you got offended by what Taylor just said, you are the simp.
Exactly.
If the boot fits.
Right, if the boot fits. Literally, okay, so the problem is, I didn't have the platform to talk about this now. So I'm doing it now because I need to get this on my chest. Because of the fact that I don't know if I told you the story. When I used to work at insert Catholic school here, as a basketball coach, I was with a bunch of 15-year-olds. This is like in 2019, 2020. So this is right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I'm coaching these kids. We're in practice, and they all start calling each other simp, right? And so, granted, at the time I'm 22, so like I'm 20. I just turned 22, so I'm like I'm with these kids, and they're all 15. So we're all relative. I mean, obviously I'm a lot older than them, but relatively in age, like there's not that much of a gap. So they're like, "Oh, Coach Mills, do you know what simp is?" And I was like, "Yes, but y'all are using it wrong." And they were looking at me like I was an idiot. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no, like you guys are using it wrong. Because they were like, oh, but so-and-so was doing this, and this. And he was trying to talk to this girl. And like he was meeting her after class. They're walking to class together. He's a simp. I was like, no, he's just being nice. And they're like, nah, coach, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, bro, what?
Bro, it's
like, are you serious?
It's been a word in rap for like the longest time. Like,
dude. Yeah, it's lame.
It's that, like, fucking whenever a word gets popular online, not even just Twitter, online in general, people always misuse it. Like, fucking, I'm gonna feel weird for saying this because I'm not black, but the way that fucking people use child fucking pisses me off.
I'm gonna clip that because the way you just said it was so fucking funny.
Dude, okay, I don't use it, not even typing it.
I know.
But just like when like a white girl uses it and it's like you're not using this correctly. Like this is just weird.
Dude, I know we're getting off a huge tangent, but did you see, I don't know if you saw this tweet. It's like a picture of some interaction where this guy was talking about, I don't know if he was talking about No Way Home or something like that. And he basically like said a regular sentence that anybody from honestly the South or like Atlanta would totally get, would totally understand. These like two white women are like, does anybody know, can anybody translate this for me? Because I have no idea what he's saying. The second lady was like, oh, I think it's some form of patois from like in Creole language. So this bitch. So she puts that sentence. I can't remember the exact sentence. She puts it in like a Creole, like a patois, like translator, and then the same sentence pops up because there's no translation for it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's regular AAVE or just regular. I don't know, just a regular sentence that people would just talk about, like say online. And she was like, I can't figure it out. I don't know what he's saying. I was like, bro.
Okay.
I was like, bro.
Okay.
I can't.
I'm Hispanic, but look at me. I'm white. As a fellow white man. White people, we need to stay in our lane. Don't be talking about shit that you don't know shit about. Like,
facts.
Who are you talking about? I think it's patois. What? Come on.
Yeah, no.
If you don't know what it is, keep scrolling. Don't interact.
Just like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just weird. I just thought that was funny. Sorry. Okay. Back to the ranch. Okay. It was funny. Speaking of mid, you want to talk about DS4Ever?
Okay, yeah. Let's get into the music. Let's get into the fire.
Oh my gosh. So I'll let you start.
Yeah. So I got up to Livin' Wild, the 8th track, and then realized that there's 11 more songs to go and said, nope, I'm not listening to this anymore.
Crazy.
I cannot.
Crazy.
And the thing is, when I listen to songs like that, I'll play a game that, like, not a story mode game, something that, doesn't need my attention. So I'll play like Tony Hawk and just fucking like do free skate and shit like that. And I could get through an album even if I don't really enjoy it that much. It's like whatever, I'm just playing, and then I was just like, I kept checking my phone and I was like, this is like a different song? Like, what? It was just boring. There was one out of the 8 that I listened to. There was one song that I genuinely enjoyed, and it was "Thought I Was Playing" with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
I think the production is good. Mike Will Made It is always good. But I just didn't want to continue. I know you have an opinion on this, and I'll say something that backs it up when you say it. But I couldn't even listen to the song with Lil Baby, and I'm a big Lil Baby fan. I just couldn't,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to skip from 8 to 11, and I was like, I'm just gonna quit.
I listened to it 3 times through, and there's a reason for that, because I'm not a Gunna fan. Never really have been.
Okay.
Most of the Gunna songs that I've liked, he's either featured on or had other artists with him, like, that have made the song good. I think he gets carried a lot by other artists. My thing is, I don't understand how popular he is, because a lot of his fans let a lot of shit slide.
All the time.
And it's actually kind of weird. Like, what did I write down? Okay, so yeah, it's boring. It's for starters, it's boring. He's super low energy for the type of content and like not like lyrical level, but the type of content he puts out and the subject matter he talks about. There's no reason why it should be that low energy. Like, I'm just like when he talks about what he talks about, you would think it'd be a little more like hyped up, a little more bravado, a little more confidence, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm just get bored halfway through the songs.
Bro, you know what else is low energy? The way the songs are stylized. Everything is lower caps. Lowercase. Yeah. Every song if you look at it on Apple Music, it's all in lowercase. That's how bored he is.
I don't know. There's just so many other artists out there that have certain content levels and certain vocal inflections and styles that need more shine, but you get somebody like Gunna, and I don't understand. So he gets a pass for just being super low energy and getting carried by a lot of more higher energy artists like Lil Baby, like G Herbo, 21 Savage. You can put 21 Savage on any fucking song and he's gonna kill it.
Bro, even Thugger.
Even Young Thug. Young Thug also getting to my second point.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the people that's very like the lyrical spiritual people.
Yeah.
Like, although I enjoy listening to people who have bars,
sure,
with the double entendres and the nice wordplay and stuff like that. That's not the only thing I listen to. If you just have good subject matter and form your words in a certain way that like gets the point across, perfectly fine. Like, I love Lil Baby. He's not the most lyrical person ever, but the way he delivers his lines and the way in which he says his shit, like, is appealing to me.
Shit, I love 21.
Yeah. Same thing with 21. 21 has some pretty suspect lines sometimes. But I like his content more because of how he delivers the words. Yeah. It's not like it's just, and some of them are not that bad. Like within the I wouldn't say genre, but within the sound that he's in that group of people with that sound, he's one of the better rappers in that group.
Yeah.
But for Gunna, when you have words, and if we clip this and put this on socials, we're probably gonna have to bleep this out but when I'm gonna just read the chorus again.
Go ahead.
I know we did it. I know we tried to record this one time and it didn't work, but I'm gonna do it again, even though I don't want to. Okay, so this is the chorus to Mop with Young Thug. Okay, Young Thug also says this line, by the way, and you'll see what line I'm talking about in a second. Okay, first line from chorus from Gunna. She said, "Ain't no teeth on your cock. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth." First off, what?
I get what he's saying, but you didn't need to say it.
Right. Bro, okay.
What's that
Moving on.
What's that Stephen A. clip? You're not wrong, but you didn't
You're not
need to
wrong.
say it.
Exactly. Okay, so there's that. Then I took the bitch out of her country. I dropped the bitch off in the South, Mop. I I nutted all over her face, and now she looked like a cow. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking... Oh my god. Oh my... This is who y'all like? This is what y'all fuck with, bro?
That line turned me into Kenny from South Park.
Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. I hate that. What was the last line? Let's go to Central Pay, Mop. This bitch about to sprint out the house, Mop.
And yeah, even
God.
that what you just said, it's like, sure, it's not a bad line, but it's not interesting. She run out the house, Mop. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and then Thug doesn't have, well, he does have some suspect lines, but he also does really bad on Mop. This verse from him isn't that bad, but it's just kind of,
he could do better.
He could do better. Like his third verse, a snake in the den. My house has some snakes in the den. She came with a coke body stance. I came with a couple of twins. I take care of her family and friends. The Travis, they family and friends. Got the bowling ball and the pin. She turned on that dick. It's a spin.
Yeah,
come on.
It's like, and the thing is, I will agree as a Young Thug fan, and I'm a Young Thug fan. We've had discussions. I would say what lies in his what he's best at is like his inflection and his flow. Yeah, he's not lyrical, but when I listen to Young Thug, I'm not really looking for that. It's like I just want to have fun. I want to, flow. I want to bob my head a little in the car. Even on that song, I was just like, with the overall feel of the song, even with him, I was bored. Like,
yeah,
and it's so weird because it's Young Thug produced by Wheezy, which is a fucking classic duo. And I was like, like it left to be desired.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, the lyrical substance. Again, I'm not looking for Gunna or Young Thug, even Lil Baby, 21 Savage. I'm not looking for them to provide bars. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for them to not have lines like that.
Yeah.
I nutted on her face. Now she look like a cow. Both Gunna and Thug said that on this, like within 2 minutes of each other.
They were for sure were high and thought it was funny.
But dude, okay, my thing with that is that line in general, like the whole whatever on her face shit,
sure.
Right? That is a part of people making jokes about that, like make lines about that and rap all the time.
Yeah, it happens.
Am I a fan of those kinds of lines? Absolutely not. My thing is though, the way in which some of these rappers like hide it within subtle imagery, certain lines that may insinuate that, but not just flat out say it. Like, I can kind of move past that, right?
Yeah.
But for them to just be like, yeah, I whatever all over her face. Now she looks like a cow. First off, come the fuck on.
It's not like I said. They thought it was funny. It's not funny. It's just like you said a line, and now we have to live with it. It's out in the world.
Exactly. And then you have so to kind of build off of the past people give him for stupid ass lines. Poochie Gown has the Freddie Gibbs. I'm not even gonna call it a Freddie Gibbs diss. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And that's a fucking. I don't like that song at all. Not even.
Okay. The line for people that don't know, just to kind of put things into perspective. Freddie Gibbs went on his, I think, Instagram and said some shit about like, if you've ever been on Crime Stoppers, you can't talk about what you rap about, right? And I mean, for two people that have no idea about that life in any way, shape, or form,
sure.
I don't really have a stance on it.
Yeah,
right?
me neither.
So, but for people that have been a part of that shit, like Gunna probably, Freddie Gibbs probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole thing. So apparently he didn't say any names. He didn't say anybody specifically, but apparently Gunna was on Crime Stoppers at one point. So, So I guess Gunna like took offense to that and was talking shit. And basically he tweeted when DS4Ever drops, Freddie Gibbs will have the biggest moment of his career, right? Only to then in the song Poochie Gown say, I can't fuck with Freddie Gibbs, niggas telling fibs.
That's not even like. That's not even.
It fucking sucks.
That's not even a diss.
It's not.
Like. And this goes into why I think I said this before. He's like complacent. He has nothing to prove. He hyped it up like this is gonna be the biggest moment of Freddie Gibbs' career. Bro, you didn't do anything. And you haven't been doing anything since Drip or Drown.
And even Drip or Drown I did not like. So
yeah, and the thing is like his mixtapes, I genuinely liked him when he was like popping off. Even though he's never had a good album cover. Even this one's kind of weird. This is his best album cover, and it's not like great. But
which one is it? The DS4Ever?
DS4Ever. Because his earlier mixtapes, he was like trying to prove himself. He was trying to be like, yeah, I can make it in the rap game. He's complacent. He's making all this money and all this shit. You know, like.
It's just, bro, I can't. Okay, so my thing with this though, also with the diss, just kind of going on this. He could have said any other shit. I'm not looking for Gunna to have bars, but at least do something better than that. Like, does he not realize that Freddie Gibbs just got in a physical altercation with Jim Jones not even 2 weeks ago? Bro. Like, you could have said some shit. You could have lied and said that Jim Jones did XYZ to him or some shit. You could have lied. You could have just or clowned him for getting jumped or some shit. You could have said that,
bro. You could have said Freddie Gibbs is bald, and it would have been better.
Honestly, bro. Like he had so much ammunition just to rhyme his last name with fibs, Gibbs and fibs. Like we're in 5th grade, nigga. Who says fibs anymore?
Bro, Dr. Seuss head ass.
Dude, holy shit. Oh my god. So like again, that's basically my stance on Gunna in terms of his rating is I'm just gonna turn to Killmonger. Is this your king? Because I'm genuinely confused as to like why people genuinely like Gunna. I just don't get it. I listened to it 3 times. 3 times all the way through. 3 times.
There's gonna be better trap albums throughout the year. Like,
yeah,
it's not even close.
Yeah, nah, I'm just whatever. I'm off of it.
Yeah,
I want to get into the real gem of this weekend was Dawn FM from the weekend.
Oof.
I'll let you start again.
Fucking.
What did you think about it?
Yeah, I said this before. It's so crazy that we talked about him last week, and I was like, I'm hyped for whatever he puts out. And then the day after, he announces he's dropping an album that week, the same week, and he still hasn't missed. He does
At
not.
all.
Dude, he's on his fucking shit. And what I love about him is that, like, for being a mainstream artist, he's still experimental. He's still conceptual. He's still weird. Because, like, I don't know how many mainstream artists can make an album cover, an old version of yourself, and people still will listen to it with open ears. Like he has weird concepts, but people still fuck with it.
Yeah,
because that's how like talented he is, and he's so creative, and I'm glad he's still in the game, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I think you had said this earlier. You were like, you kind of compared a lot of the sound and the soundscapes and like the vibe of it to more Daft Punk type stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I know Daft Punk is like it's your thing for real. But I don't know. I definitely agree, and that's not like to say, oh, he's like stealing from Daft Punk. It's like, nah, he's found another niche to like put his music through, and to like find this another genre for himself, and he hits every single time. Like and one thing about The Weeknd that's not going to change though is the dark aspect of his music.
Oh, never.
But even still, so I'll kind of running through his like discography too. Like you get something like along the trilogy with House of Balloons, like it's very dark and gritty R&B, very like emo type R&B, right? Yeah. And then he kind of transitions through that. He has Starboy, which is still kind of dark, but has more poppy songs in it.
Yeah.
And like obviously the title track Starboy is like his best, is like his, I guess, the starred song on there.
Yeah.
And that's dark, but it's not as dark as his other stuff, right? So then you move into My Dear Melancholy, which is super dark. Again, severely underrated. I don't think enough people listen to that.
It's very good.
I don't think enough people listen to it. Yeah, people like, I know obviously the song "Call Out My Name" is like a very good song on there that everybody listens to, but I don't think people really listen to the whole thing.
No,
I think it's really good. And then you kind of transition into After Hours, where he gets into that, like, I think I said this to you earlier too. He started like dipping his toe into the 80s synth, the 80s vibe.
Yeah.
But really went full send on it for Dawn FM.
Hell yeah.
And it worked perfectly. I think if he had gone full send in the 80s synth for After Hours, it would have been a way better album.
And the concepts of the two albums mix very well, because what I got from After Hours was like he had been trying so hard to like get away from like drugs and like the dark part of his life, but After Hours was him like accepting it, like I'm heartless, like it was him like, fuck it, drugs, bitches, money, I'm in it. And now Dawn FM is a transition into the afterlife. That's what the concept of the album is. So it's like, and you could tell by the album cover, because he's old, it's obviously him worrying about getting older, because he's still part of this whole like he does drugs and he lives a dark life. He's not afraid to talk about it. But there are a lot of songs on this album like Out of Time, Best Friends, Is There Someone Else, Don't Break My Heart. You can tell he wants to settle down, but he can't.
Yes. I think like I don't know, the concept of like dying and like as you're ascending up, like you're going through to actually get to heaven, like a radio station's playing.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest shit ever. Super. I was like, okay.
Fucking Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is great as
I was just about to say that.
The NPR guide to the afterlife.
Exactly. He was so good. And then his like speech at the end was really cool.
Yeah.
But he definitely has that, I don't know, he definitely fit that like purgatory vibe where he's like really creepy. Don't touch that dial. It's like, oh my, I genuinely got chills. That first.
He says, don't touch that dial, because like the song says, you are out of time.
Yeah, I was like, damn, okay. Like, man, two things that really give an album like more kudos in my book, like that kind of give albums more push. Two things. One is having a concept and actually hitting on the concept. And then the second is having an album where the songs flow together. Yeah. So like speak on the first one. So I'll kind of put a different like two albums to perspective. So The Incredible True Story from Logic is one of my favorite albums ever. Yeah. Because of its concept, like the world building and how almost the songs flow together, and like you have skits that work, right? Yeah. But then he tries it again with
Everybody.
What was the second? Everybody, right? Where he had like maybe roughly 3 skits.
Yeah.
Right? And like no other like extended parts of the universe and the concept in it. Like he had a couple of skits, but it was mostly just songs. And the very end of it had like the final part, but it just didn't really seem like the whole concept was well put together.
Yeah, he kind of missed out on it, and I think he for that album it sounded like he wanted to make a song that like resonated with everyone. Obviously, with like 1-800, which is like, you know,
Yeah.
like
I mean, it served its purpose, but as a song, like I'm not gonna talk about what it did for that group of people, because it definitely like I saw something today where like it definitely helped a large percentage of people, but as a song,
it's like it didn't really like he wasn't really focused on the concept. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, he wasn't. So like to bring it back full circle with Dawn FM is the intro. The intro had like the initial giving you what the concept is. Then you have songs that kind of fit the mold of that concept, that kind of dark, gritty, like you're ascending to heaven, you're in this dark place, getting closer to the light of death, right?
Yeah.
Then you hear his voice again. Like after Out of Time, he says, you hear like Jim Carrey's voice come in at the very end of the song and say, oh, like, and making it sound like, hey, like you're still listening to a radio broadcast. Then you get those random ends of the songs where they do the little bumper with the jingle, the Dawn FM jingle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
exactly. So like it still gives you that feeling of, hey, I'm listening to a radio broadcast on the way to my death. You know what I'm saying? Like it hits the whole time. And it's not just a concept they just give you and then just don't really do anything with it afterwards. So that's basically why I think, you know, Dawn FM's probably going to be one of the best. It's one of the better albums of the year already, and 2022 just started. I think it's definitely going to be definitely up there.
Yeah, I agree.
And so the second part with the songs flowing together, right? I love an experience where I can just like sit down and then finish an album without really realizing I finished it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a song that as the song's ending, either the song changes or like even slightly to where it builds up right into the next one, I think that's just like really cool for like a listening experience, especially the first time through. When you're listening to it, like you just it just flows right to the next one, flows to the next one, to the next one. So I think it's great how he did that. So yeah, that's like what I love about the album so much. And then I know you mentioned Out of Time. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, bro.
That's such a good song. I think it's my favorite off the album. And that's hard because
catchy.
there's a lot of fucking good songs on this album. But Out of Time is just so fucking catchy. And then, we were talking about like the Daft Punkness and the synth. But like Out of Time is more, instead of 2001 Daft Punk with Discovery, it's more 2013 Daft Punk with Random Access Memories. Yes. It's a little more funky with the instruments and the bass, and it's a little more like jumpy, like
you can kind of sway back and forth to it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I can't not talk about the sample choice. I think I'm a big proponent in saying that sample choice in a song, like a producer's ability to choose a sample or an artist's ability to choose a sample, is so. It's a skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill for real. Like choosing the right sample for the right tone, the right kind of subject matter is so important. So to use, I'm a huge Japanese city pop fan. Like I love 80s. I love the like specifically like the 80s Japanese city pop. Like I know obviously you have the flagship songs that everybody from anime TikTok knows, but like I love like the deeper cuts of those too. Like some of those are, I have some of my favorite songs on most of my playlists are Japanese city punk songs. So to hear he used one of them, like obviously the song he used, I can't remember the actual name of it or the name of the artist that did it, but the song is Midnight Pretenders.
The artist is Tetsuro Oda. I'm looking at
Tetsuro Oda. Okay, so that song is not necessarily on any streaming.
Yeah.
I just remember one day, like I usually when I get in my apartment, I usually listen to like Japanese city pop like on YouTube. Like just if I'm like cleaning the house, if I'm cleaning my apartment or I'm just doing laundry, whatever, I'll like put that kind of stuff on. And that song popped up one time, and I remember I was like, oh, this song is phenomenal. So I listened to, like, you know, I would rewind it back to that timestamp, so I would listen to it. And I remember hearing that beginning part, and I was like, "Oh my god, no, he didn't."
The jingle, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was so hyped because I just love. I don't know something about me. I don't know if you too, but if I hear a sample that I know,
Oh,
and like and an artist use it, I just if I hear like a song that I know and the sample is used already, I get super hyped. Super cool.
I love that, but what I love even more is, and this has happened so many times, when I hear the sample after knowing a song. So like, I'll never forget, like, "Power" by Kanye West. It's sampled by like an old rock song, or no, like it samples an old rock song. And I remember I was sitting at some like sports bar here in Miami, and I hear the 21st century's in the night, like that, and I'm like, I'm the only one that's like, oh my god, Kanye used this in a song. And they're like, my friends are like, huh? My friends who aren't into music like that, they're like, what do you mean? And I show them like this and that. I love, and that's happened to me I don't know how many times. I'm in like a fucking store, and I'm like, oh my god, fuck it, someone used this. And I love love finding that. It's so cool.
Right. Like I remember when What's Your Name dropped, right? And they used like the H-Town sample. What's funny is I remember like visiting a certain family member, and I remember like they were having some radio station playing, and that song came on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Holy shit!" It was like a crazy like full circle moment. So yeah, like sample choice is so important, and for me and you, people that just enjoy music in general, like hearing a sample being used that you already know the song to, or just hearing the sampled song and then hearing the original back. Like I think I said, what did I say? Oh, for Japanese city pop in general, like Genevieve, I sent you that song by her. She has a song. I can't remember the name of her song, but it samples Last Summer Whisper, and it's not even like she changed the sample around. It's literally just the beat to Last Summer Whisper, and she just added like a kick or like a hi-hat to it or some shit. I don't even know what she added to it, but that's just super cool. So yeah, Out of Time is just a phenomenal song. You get my other favorite is I Thought You Were Married?
I Heard You're Married.
I Heard You Were Married. Which was funny is when I first saw the track list and I saw that title, I was like, oh, this song's gonna be toxic as hell.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought it was gonna be straight toxic, but it's more wholesome than anything. It's like, hey, I can't fuck with you because you're married.
But then Lil Wayne comes in with the toxicity.
Right. I said this too. I was like, great verse, phenomenal verse. Lil Wayne, 21 Savage, and Anderson .Paak. Okay, these three artists. If you put any three of them on a track for a feature, the song is going to be exponentially better.
Yeah.
They go with anything. Like you put Anderson .Paak's a cheat code, Lil Wayne's a cheat code, 21 Savage is beginning to get into that cheat code realm for features.
Yeah.
So I think he's Lil Wayne does a great job with his verse. Tyler the Creator has a pretty cool verse. Too short in my opinion, but
yeah, it's a short
does
song.
A pretty good job.
But it does feel like a Tyler song on this whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw the preview and it said featuring Jim Carrey, Lil Wayne, and Tyler the Creator, I was like, what the fuck is this album gonna be?
And Quincy Jones, by the way, too.
Quincy Jones, dude. Every Angel is Terrifying. That little like thing. The guy speaking in it is the director, one of the directors, because they're brothers, of Uncut Gems.
Really?
Yeah, because The Weeknd was in that
movie.
The
Weeknd's in it. Yeah, The Weeknd was in it. I remember that. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Quincy Jones wasn't like the main producer on the album, but you can definitely tell his influence on the album.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I remember I saw people talking about, I guess, Quincy Jones when it came to Live Life Fast from Roddy Ricch, which is a very underwhelming album. And and Dawn FM, and because Quincy Jones has an interlude on both of those,
Yeah.
and the interlude for Dawn FM works right into, I think, does it come right after? Does it come right before Out of Time?
It's after Sacrifice, right before Out of Time.
Yeah, so like the way what he talks about in it with his family and like spending time with them and just not having enough time to spend with them, right? Goes right into Out of Time, and it fits somewhat. Quincy Jones is, I think, interlude for Live Life Fast just doesn't make sense. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I just wish
it's there.
He would have been better off just having him produce it.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what it is. But I can't. So I mean, we kind of covered everything we have on the list for today. You got any music recommendations? Just recent stuff.
Yeah, besides Dawn FM, listen to Dawn FM. Something I've been wanting to recommend for a few episodes, but we've just talked about so much music. Pine Barrens by Jakey is a phenomenal song. For those of you who don't know, there's a YouTuber called Nakey Jakey, and he might be one of the best video game. Not even video game. One of the best video essay YouTubers ever. He's hilarious, but he doesn't shy away from like topics that like he wants to talk about. And you could tell something happened because like he made a few like dating videos, and now Pine Barrens is like a love song. And so he's not afraid to get sappy, and Pine Barrens is just like his production's on like 10 with Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
And I'm super hyped for his album. It comes out I think later this month or next month, and I'm really hyped for it. And my album recommendation is a little controversial.
Oh God.
Because I used to have a personal beef with this artist, but I've grown up. And I can separate the artist from the art.
Oh, Lord.
Because this artist really didn't do anything that bad. He's just kind of an asshole.
Okay.
It's Chomp 2 by Russ.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Russ is just corny. So
exactly. He's corny, and he does some stupid shit sometimes. But he's been low-key recently. He's not that bad. And Chomp 2 is just... It's a good album.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It has a lot of... It has hella features though, doesn't it? It's just him rapping with some of his favorite rappers.
Dude,
that he admires.
It has shit. It has features like Papoose, Style P, Sci-Hi the Prince, Lloyd Banks. Like I feel like I'm in high school again.
Honestly, it has some classic people on there.
And he's got West Side Gun, Joey Badass. Like it's a good album.
Yeah. So I mean, I gave it a listen a while back, and it's pretty good. I haven't come back to it in a while. I'll probably come back to it after this episode just to kind of give it another listen through. But it definitely is a good album. I guess for me, let's think. One that I just found like 2-3 days ago. Terrence Martin has an album called Drones that came out last year.
I like
in
Terrence
2021.
Martin.
He has like features from Corday, Smino, James Fauntleroy. It has a couple songs with James Fauntleroy on there. Yeah.
Where's he been?
I don't know. But he has some cool features on there. It's a very well put together album. The song with Aaron Ray and Smino This Morning is probably my favorite song on there just because I'm a Smino stan.
Yeah.
But solid album for real. And then I think, what was the one I was going to look at? Oh, so one album that didn't make my end of the year list that was also very good was Valentine by Snail Mail. It's more of an alternative album that kind of, I guess, talks about relationships and love and stuff like that. And Snail Mail she's the lead singer. I don't know if it's just her or it's a band, but she's a phenomenal singer.
Yeah, Snail Mail's real good. She constructs her songs very well. And I think it's definitely an album with no skips. It's only 10 tracks, only 30 minutes, not that long of a listen. But each song has a lot of substance to it, and
It's a really cool listen. So that's what I got for music recs. I'll definitely put those in the description, and I'll probably tweet about them when this episode goes live, so you can see them. So yeah, that's everything we got for today. Again, if you're new following, again, I really appreciate you guys following and tuning in. Again, shout out to again Cam, if you're listening, shout out to you. You're super dope. Again, try to follow us on everything, and share if you like this stuff, so we can kind of reach more people. Obviously it's something we're trying to do for fun, but if you guys share it enough and we can make some shake, then that's all the more better. So at Nost plus Ultra, NOST plus Ultra on Twitter. Nostalgia plus Ultra is the name. You can follow us on Instagram at Nostalgia plus Ultra, all one word. Zoe, you got at Andre Alonso 17 or Zony, ZONY PlayStation 5. Give us a look. Shout us out on Twitter if you have any questions, or you kind of want to interact with us, something that we may have said on this podcast that you don't agree with, or you agree with, that you thought was funny. Whatever, just shoot us a tweet. We'd love to kind of interact with y'all. So thanks again for listening. I've been Nostalgia, as told by Zoe. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.